This is a spoiler-free review of Netflix's The SandMan, which is now streaming on Netflix. First, to the many nervous fans of The SandMan among you, relax. They nailed it. It succeeds as a faithful presentation of the look, feel and story of the Lord of Dreams as presented in the comics, which was written by Neil Gaiman, with art by Sam Keith, Mike Dringenberg and many other pencilers and inkers over the years. Now, to everyone else coming to these stories and characters fresh, okay, I have absolutely no idea how you're gonna take this. The show, like the comic, throws a lot at you out of the gate. But I think there's a better than average chance you might finally begin to understand why the rest of us have been pestering you to read the comic, all these years. Now, to everyone else coming to these stories and characters fresh, okay, I have absolutely no idea how you're gonna take this. The show, like the comic, throws a lot at you out of the gate. But I think there's a better than average chance you might finally begin to understand why the rest of us have been pestering you to read the comic, all these years. Tom Sturridge is ethereal as Dream. Seriously, it's actually unreal how good he is in this role. From his delivery and speech cadences to the tiny, almost unintentional smirk that comes when Morpheus finds himself amused in spite of himself, it's impossible to imagine another in his place. The SandMan is the story of Morpheus, aka Dream. He's one of the endless, a handful of abstract concepts, dream, death, desire, despair, etc., that assume the anthropomorphic shapes of bickering siblings. While immensely powerful and immortal, they are bound by rules and duties as they oversee aspects of human existence. Morpheus, for his part, controls the dreaming, a vast realm of adventures, delights and horrors that humans visit when we sleep. The comic begins in 1916, when a self-styled British occultist traps Morpheus within a magic circle and robs him of his tools of office. The Magus was aiming to capture Morpheus' sibling Death, but must have transposed a rune or two, the poor sap. How Dream escapes after many years of captivity, and how he sets about repairing the damage done in his absence to both his realm and to the waking world, is the first story arc of what became a 75-issue series. The second arc deals with his attempts to round up dreams and nightmares that have escaped the dreaming. The 10 episodes of the Netflix series cover both of these first storylines. Those horror story elements remain in the Netflix series, but producers Gaiman, David S. Goyer and Alan Heinberg have made choices in adapting them for the screen that dig more deeply and resonate more truly. Where the comic, like so many narratives before and since, used violence against children, women and marginalized communities to spur its White Knight protagonist into action, the Netflix series is eager to allot such characters more agency, more independence, more roundedness, more life. In fact, every choice made in the process of adaptation bends the narrative toward a more sincere, more humane and more emotionally expansive telling. Writing that was originally bound up in self-satisfied cleverness here feels deeply engaged and thoughtful. What's more, all of that good, chewy, satisfying work is aided immeasurably by the casting of Tom Sturridge as Morpheus. Sure, he looks the part, with his alabaster skin, sculpted cheekbones, lean frame and Robert Smith hair. And yeah, he delivers most of his lines in a throaty whisper that recalls both an ASMR YouTuber and Eddie Redmayne in Jupiter Ascending, non-shouty bits only. But how else would you imagine giving voice to the Morpheus of the comics, whose striking word balloons, ingeniously designed by the great Todd Klein, were rendered as solid black with white lettering? Verdict. The SandMan is everything longtime fans could have dreamed of in an adaptation. Tom Sturridge is utterly ethereal as Dream, and his co-stars seem to keep pace with him with ease. Meanwhile, stunning, sweeping images from the dreaming to hell itself keep us immersed in the fantasy. It's as faithful of an adaptation as it could be, and, outside of the fact that it may go over a few new viewers' heads, it's just about perfect.